Hey folks, Pascal Andy here for the Ask Me About Your Website show. Today I'm super pumped to finally show you the demo, the showcase of how a website at FirePress looks like. You'll be able to follow up directly live on your phone while checking out this video. And basically what I'm going to do today is explain you what is the minding, right? What is the editor minding of building a great, if not an awesome website. Just a little warning, I have a funny feeling that you're gonna actually like it. Check this out. Hey, thanks for watching the Ask Me About Your Website show. I want to show you the first demo or the first showcase I'm gonna present for the users at FirePress. So if you want to follow, actually before that, in the episode number 7, I showed you how I did create my banner for Pascal Andy, right? So my personal blog, Pascal Andy, is really like a blog. It's blog oriented, right? It's not like the corpo type of website. It is an awesome demo if you want to take a look at it, but for most people, it's gonna be like overkill. Like they're gonna check this out and they're gonna say, I don't blog that much. Like I need like a contact, a service, a contact me page. So I don't want to scare people and say, please look at my blog. It's so great. No. So what I want to show you, and if you want to follow up, let me open a new page. And you can go actually in real time while I'm talking. And if you go on martinandnadal.tk, you're gonna see this webpage, fancy stuff. And basically this is not a real person. I guess there's some Martin Nadal in the world, but I don't know any of them. Okay, so this is a persona we like to call when we do something which is a dummy thing. And in this case, you see her face, her name, it could be her logo or her brand, and then what she does and how can she help her clients. So in this example, I said, as a social media campaign ninja, I help businesses to focus their marketing efforts with dedication and passion. And then we see this button, which we can read, see our services. And then we have 3 buttons for the social networks. And this is it. Okay, so this page, we call it the landing page. Okay, landing page. So why I love this page so much is because it is simple, to the point. It looks awesome on any platform, any devices, laptop or phone. And there's one main action that the user has to take. And it's to click this button, which is called See Our Services. So this kind of button, when it's really alone and there's no menu anywhere else, we call this a call to action, right? What the user should do next. And think about that. When you go on a website, often you just don't know where to go, right? It's not like, it's like you have all the options in the world and you need to navigate and find your way to what you're supposed to want, right? But I believe like a great, or not even like an awesome website should tell a story. And it starts with this. The story is Martin Nadal, she's an expert in social media campaign, and we can see her services. So let's click on that. We arrive on this page, which is called service. Let me scroll just quickly. Image, I see prices, logo, testimonials, another image. Okay, it's a GIF, and I can click on portfolio. Okay, let's click on portfolio. Portfolio, okay. So she did that. There's a project called Survival Kit, another project called Milan. If I click on Milan, okay, that was something fashion, that's cool. Okay, oh, back to portfolio, I can click on that. Okay, let's move on. Click on About Us, and again, you see it's a call to action again. So, About Us, what she does. Oh, I can click here on her biography. Let's click on it for fun. So biography, that's cool. Oh, there's dates, what she does. She did in 2000, 2002, souvenir pictures, I guess, with her friend, a video, and a call to action to About Us. Okay, now we're back to About Us. Let's scroll. Okay, the spirit of the office. How can we help you? Then how did we get there? Why can you trust us? A link to the portfolio that we just saw, and another call to action, which is the contact page. Contact page, there is a phone number here, the address. Send us an email here if I click on it. Oh, this is really a form managed by Google Form. Okay, that's cool. Let's go back. We can take an appointment here if I click on it. It's managed by Setmore, by the way, and this is a service provided by this startup. And social networks, okay, so Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. On the map, click on it to, you can read that here. Click on it to open on Google Map. Okay, if I click on it, actually on my iPhone here, Google Map is opening. So that's very cool. Let's close this. And I scroll and I go back to service. Okay, so basically I did the tour of the website. And again, think about that. That was a story. So Martine Nadal basically arranged her website in this specific order. The specific order was the landing page, what she does, how she looks, the blue background and stuff like that. And then services. If I scroll, it's portfolio. Portfolio, it was about was contact. And from the contact page, we loop to service. So this is the core of her website, and I believe that should be the core of most websites on earth. Really, like I don't think about Amazon and Facebook and Google, Gmail of this world, but really like for us, small, medium businesses who are 100 employees, I think we should have all this kind of website, this core site. Now, if I go on the menu, if I click on the menu on the top right, so you see it's the same. Service, portfolio, about us, contact. Oh, here we can see blog and go home. What's going on if I click on go home? Oh, okay. So I go back on the home page or the landing page, right? Let's click on services and let's click back on the menu. And on the menu, we have blog. So I don't think we saw that. Click on it. And actually, I did not see that. So here there's only one post and it's called My First Article. Okay, let me scroll a bit. So this is a little tutorial about what you can do with it actually. So you can put stuff in bold, in italic, like that. You can create a link, like, whoops, the iPhone does that. I don't want it. I just want to show you like this link or like this link. So you have the choice. Of course, usually the second option is better. What about images? So we saw it in the previous pages that we can put images. We can put list with bullet points or with numbers. Then we can put quotes. And you see between the quote and this title, there's a subtle line here, right? This is an horizontal line. So we can throw that as well. Button, we saw that before. So think about the call to action at this point on service, about, contact, portfolio. The call to action was really at the bottom of the page, right? But if you need to, you can put those buttons anywhere in your page, okay? So this is not like it has to be there. This is an example. And here you can see it. On code snippet, so if you need to copy paste something on your website and you want to show it to other people, this is how it looks like, okay? If I scroll left, I see that. And this is actually the snippet to embed this video here, this one, okay? So if I copy paste that in my editor, when I write my text, my content, it's gonna appear like that in my browser. And here what we can see, Martine Nadal, so we can see she says, I help businesses to focus on their marketing effort with dedication and passion. Also, feel free to launch your own website and blog. Okay, I wrote that, right? So I want you to see the difference here between a post and a page. Page were things like service, about, portfolio, contact us, and they don't have any honor per se, okay? And this is a post. If you're still not sure what is a post, think of it as your typical help me page or help me article. Like, how should you choose your real estate agent? Or what's the best way to buy a second-hand car? Or how to save money on your next rooftop? Stuff like that, right? And this article, this post, have a writer, an author, we say. So in this case, this is Martine Nadal, and your website can have as many authors as you want. But when you start, of course, it's going to be you, the owner of the website. And I think you should put a great deal of energy to make this very sweet, right? So I see already her face quickly, the name, what she does. It repeats what we saw in the landing page, but think like an editor here, right? Most people will arrive directly on your product page or service page. So right at the end, they're gonna see you, right? They're gonna see who's the author. Let me scroll up, and maybe you're thinking about, hey Pascal, wait a minute, blog, what the hell is that? I don't want a blog in my site. I just want a basic website. That's very cool. So here in the menu, the blog is there. Let me click on it again. And we see this page with many articles. Right now, there's only one article there. Okay, let me go back on my personal blog. And you see if I scroll, there is many posts like that, and there's 7 pages of them. Okay, so this is page 2 and etc. Okay, so these are posts. So here, if you say, hey Pascal, I don't need that at all, cool, just delete this link blog, and basically people, your visitors, cannot see this page. And actually this page, if you delete this my first article, it will be empty. So just don't link anything to that page, which is your I like to call it the blog roll because this is where when you post new content, it's gonna be on the top of each other. So for me, this is a roll. And if you don't need that, don't use it. So that's the beauty of it. So you can manage as many pages as you want. Right now there is, let me think about that. There is 4, right? Service, portfolio, about us, contact. And actually I lie. If I go on about us, and you can see here, there's a biography. Okay, so I did not put it in the menu, but I put it in the about us page, biography. Remember, so now this is kind of where do I come from, kind of content. I did that. And if I go on the menu and on the portfolio, actually think of it as a portfolio preview. And in this example, there's only 3 main projects, okay? So the top projects, I kind of did like 1-page project for the top project of what Martine did for all her life. But she did also this project called Survival Kit. So in this Survival Kit, this is also a page in this example. But if you want, you could post, let's say every week, whatever the period, right? You could post your portfolio or your project as a blog. You could do that. So then, if you go in the blog section, let me go for you. If you go in the blog section, you would see something like the Milan project, or you would see the New York City project, or whatever what, and you could put your projects or portfolio there as well. So in this example, okay, because I believe that most of you will not post things in your portfolio regularly, right? You will do this maybe like few times a year, stuff like that. So I think in this example that was better to put it in a portfolio page, and that in this portfolio page it will point into another portfolio detailed. In this case it's portfolio/Milan. Okay? Really, I hear myself talk and I find it kind of confusing if I'm honest, but for me, if you go yourself on martinnadal.tk, I think it's very instinctive, right? But I want you to don't be scared by the fact that there's a blog there. Again, if you don't want to use it, don't use it. No visitors is gonna see that you have a blog. And if you want to have a blog and use it like my pascalandy.com, go for it, and you can post like trillions of articles. Is the same price. So this is it. And again, that was a service showcase. I'm gonna build one for the typical photographer or the typical websites which have a lot of pictures and few texts. I'm gonna produce a showcase for the typical product website, and I'm gonna also produce a website for the typical e-commerce, right? So you want to sell whatever it's real stuff or it's digital product. I'm gonna show you how to do this into another showcase. But so far the core is there. So let me repeat. Actually, remember in the first episodes what I said about a website. A good or great or even better, an awesome website should become your impresario, right? And this is what I believe it's close to in this example. So really, I'm gonna drop the phone. I go on martinnadal.tk. I see a landing page. There's a blue background. This color could be whatever color you want. I see a clear logo of the brand. In this example, it was Martin's face, her name, what she does, what the business does, one clear call to action. Very important here. The call to action in my example goes to services, okay? Let me go there, okay? The button is called See Our Services. But you could decide that on your site, no, you don't want to go directly in services. You want to go onto the About Us page, or you want to go into the testimonial page, or you want to go to the contact page, right? Or where are we located, or whatever. So you can choose. In this example, I decided to forward the action or the attention of the user into services, but you can do it and put it whatever you want. I know I'm repeating myself. I just want to be so clear. And this is the hardest part you need to understand. You have the whole control of the story. Landing page, where should your user should go? Service, product, you decide. And then from the service here, let me scroll rapidly. Here I put portfolio, okay? I had this button. I could basically have no buttons like many websites, and me as a user, I should go up, go in the menu, and I should go click myself on portfolio. I think it's a bad experience. At the bottom of your website, you should always have something for your user that you can do. Maybe just like scroll on the top of your website. You can do this as well. Or better, what What's the story? What's next? What should I know, me as the visitors, about you, the website owner? Another thing I would like to point out is that any pictures on your website can be, if you want, clickable. So you see, this is the portfolio, the preview of every portfolio you can have. Right now, I just created 3 portfolios. So you see the top 5 greatest project, you see the survival kit project, and the million project. If I click on that, it works. But if I try to click on, let's say, this picture of this woman, of this group here, I cannot, right? So these are just normal pictures. And if I go back, I can make this picture clickable. So you have total choice here. And just the fact that you can make any pictures clickable, I think it gives you a lot of power to control the story. So right now I use the blue buttons as my call to actions, but you could use only pictures and having those pictures clickable throughout your website, and that would be awesome as well. Let me go back on services. I want to show you something. I want to show you here that this is a table for pricing. This guy here up to this is kind of one product and the price is here. Same thing for the second, the third one. Well, I hope you enjoyed this first demo. I'm gonna design other ones in the next weeks. If you enjoyed the show, the Ask Me About Your website, you can subscribe, you can like on the Facebook and YouTube. Thank you very much for listening and see you soon. Bye-bye.